Welcome back to Well, That Sucks. You know, after my whole bout of being sick, strep throat, I'm not quite 100%, but what I think might set me over the edge to being perfectly fine again is watching other people's misfortunes. It'll make me feel better about myself. Isn't that why we watch fails and all that stuff? I'm pretty sure it is. We'll start off with number 19. New fridge has a mind of its own. Oh, that's a bummer. Is your refrigerator running? You better go catch it. Haha, I never heard that joke before. Hey, at least his floor is tile. It'd been a world of hurt if he had a wood floor just getting completely ruined. You know, the fridge has to be drawing the water from somewhere, though. And there are a lot of fail-safes when it comes to your house. There should be a water shutoff valve at the wall where that thing has the water supply. At the very least, your house should have a master water shutoff where you can just shut off all the water. So unless that thing, even while unplugged from the wall, and the water supply turned off and it has like some kind of tank that just keeps dispensing water mechanically, like you should be able to stem that issue before your entire house is flooded like it looks like it is. You should probably unplug the fridge and shut off your water and see if that stops the issue before, you know, just trying to let it do its thing and putting a bucket under it because it's going to keep going. That really sucks though. Hey, you know, at the very least, the refrigerator manufacturer should be on the hook for any damage because that doesn't look like your fault. That does suck. The result of going for the rear defrost and finding the sunroof. Oh no. That seems like a quick way to end up with a little bit of hypothermia there. I recommend exiting your vehicle and going and drying off because I swear to God, just like a couple hours ago, I saw a post on Reddit about a guy who had both of his lower legs amputated because he slept in his car with his socks being wet from like walking around in the snow, and he got frostbite and lost both of his lower legs. And so now that's making me think really dark thoughts from that. So probably go get yourself warmed up because now I'm just paranoid about the cold. This kid was just trying to get to school, and now he's going to have permanent trauma. Anytime he gets on a bus, he's going to be like, nope, can't be wearing I got to take off my backpack. This is never happening again. I am not getting stuck partially on and off of the bus because of my damn backpack. Not okay. You could just tell how much, I'm sure the bus driver noticed and fixed the situation. Now, I don't know if he just fell off back onto his head after the doors were released. You know what? Could be worse. Could be an elevator. If that were an elevator, like I wonder, no, because we've seen those videos of like a dog. Fortunately, the dog was okay because they let the rope, that leash go. They undid the leash, but still, if you get a tiny little string stuck between, I think the doors will totally close and it'll start moving. No, at least it's lateral movement, not vertical. Not decapitation here. Just how I wanted to start my day. How do you know? Your door handle just snapped right off. I wonder how cold it has to be for that to happen. Good Lord, man. Hey, you know what you can do now, though, is you could make a knife out of that. I bet if you just kind of did some sharpening and polishing, it looks exactly like a knife blade, and you could just, attach on a handle there, and it can be your new kitchen knife, and you'll have a really interesting story to tell everyone about it. Hey, do you see this knife here I'm using to carve the turkey on Thanksgiving? Yeah, it's actually the door handle of my car. Everyone will be like, oh, cool story, bro. Maybe you should use a regular knife that's not made out of, I don't know, it's made out of actual knife metal, not plastic like that probably is. Off to a good start. Hey, this isn't Olympics in Pyeongchang 2018. Oh, that's not gonna work. Not gonna work at all. Like, did he try? It doesn't look like he really tried there. It kind of looks like he just did a very minor little hop. There was a hurdle. The event that you were entering was the hurdles, right? Like, there was a thing in front of you there that you had to. It doesn't look like he even changed anything. It's just like, whatever. Maybe he had an injury. I want to believe that because otherwise I have no explanation. That looks exhausting. That looks like a mouthful of cancer. Oh my God, his teeth and his eyes. That's amazing. I've never seen teeth so white in my life. That's incredible that he didn't get a single little bit in his mouth at all. All right, so you know now, if you ever get a face full of exhaust smoke, just smile afterwards and hopefully you'll get this same effect. Damn, he could have never smoked a cigarette in his entire life and now he's basically smoked a pack a day forever. Shooting an arrow. Gonna ricochet and hit him in the face? Nope, just not even gonna go anywhere. Yeah, I feel like that's one instance where you break it, you buy it, doesn't really apply because I don't think that's supposed to happen. Unless he just pulled, maybe that dude has just monster arm strength and no one is supposed to be able to pull the bow that far. It's like the sword and the stone. He who breaks this bow, it is prophesized, it is foretold that he will be the legendary archer to change the course of history. This man is a living legend. Then probably got a splinter in his eye and now can't actually see in order to fulfill the prophecy. Drake Bell. Make-A-Wish Foundation apologizes to family after accidentally booking Nickelodeon star Drake Bell of Drake and Josh for terminally ill patient who was expecting Drake the Rapper. No. This is this real? Is this real? Oh my God. I saw a little gif of this on Twitter the other day, and I thought it was just a joke. I thought it was a joke that, like, because the kid was crying because he was so happy, and instead they memed it to make, like, and recaptioned it to be like, oh, he thought it was Drake the Rapper. Is this real? Oh my God, if it actually is real and he really was expecting Drake the musician, oh my, how do you even confuse that? Like the kid says, man, I want to meet Drake. Who's like, ah, yes. The person who everyone classically refers to as Drake is Drake Bell from Drake and Josh. I honestly just feel really badly for Drake Bell. I'm sure he was like super stoked to help out. He thought it was going to be nice. He went out of his way. I'm sure like he still probably has a pretty busy schedule. And instead just a really upset kid who didn't know who he was. Oh, damn, that sucks. As someone who's done a Make-A-Wish, I can say that if I had walked in there and the kid was like, no, I didn't want this CaptainSparklez, I wanted the other one. If somehow there was another to be confused with, I'd be like, ah, shit. I don't know what to do. What do I do here? I'm out of my element here. This is beyond me. Damn. Yesterday, I read the phrase, at some point in your childhood, you and your friends went outside to play together for the last time and none of you knew it. I've read something similar before, had someone say that. Yeah, you know, you usually are not aware of the last time that you're going to talk to someone unless you were, I don't know, at their deathbed, right? Unless you were at their deathbed and you're like, this is it. Final words. Goodbye. It's been nice knowing you. Chances are you're not going to know when the last time is that you're going to speak to someone. And then you're going to think back tens of years in the past and be like, oh, I haven't seen this person in forever. What was the last thing we did? Man, that was the last time I saw him. And I am going to see him. Weird. Parking on the ice. I'm going to go ahead and say I would never end up in this situation because I am petrified of ice. I have never walked on a frozen lake. I don't trust it. I don't care how much I see on that lake, how many people are out there, how many cars are out there, or whatever massive machines are driving around. No, I will stand on that and it's gonna break. It will be me. All right? I will be standing next to a tank, a jet plane, an aircraft carrier that happens to be sitting on top of the ice. I don't know how it got there. And I'll be the one who falls through. That's my luck. So nope, I'm gonna stay away from that. These people have learned the hard way. My feelings about ice. Premature celebration at its finest. Did you think you got an ace or... Damn! Ha! Ha ha! Yeah, idiots. They're like, wait, why is the other... They break their huddle. They're like, why is the other team celebrating? What just happened? Oh, we're idiots? Ah, damn. Well, hey... They've learned a valuable lesson, which is that team on the left will never do that ever again in their entire life. That is something they will never forget, and therefore they will look at the ball until it has hit the ground and it is dead. 6 save by the team on the right, though. Shit happens. I is that an anchor? God, is it gonna like pull the entire spinny pulley housing off when it... Oh no, that was actually a lot more anticlimactic than I thought it was. Damn, did that just catch on fire from straight metal on metal action right there? That's wild. I guess no more anchors, but hey, you know, you can probably still go into port and tie up to the whatever you tie up to when you go there, and you'll be okay. I hope this didn't just cause the ship to drift away, but it seems like, you know, losing an anchor is probably not the end of the road. And on a ship that big, maybe they have a couple of them just in case. Real butterface. Well, if it's I can't believe it's not butter, it's I can't believe it's not butter all over my face. That was a bad pun. I tried. Hey, it'll probably give your hair a nice little shine, a little luster to it, you know, just it'll be like buffing your hair or waxing your hair like you wax a car. It's commonly known that in order to make a car's paint nice and shiny, you pour some butter on it. It's a tactic that the most well-known, world-renowned auto detailers use. They just try to keep it a secret, but I'm spoiling it. You just put some butter on your car, it'll look buttery smooth. It's probably at the beginning of the night, and it's just like, all right, so it's gonna be one of those nights, huh? Yeah, it's gonna suck. Okie dokie. Money shot. Is he gonna like spray money in his face? Because I don't. Nope, definitely not gonna do that. How drunk is this dude? I need to get just a few more dollars. Only one more hand of blackjack. I swear, just one more. I know this will be the last 10 times I said it was one more. I didn't really mean it. This time it's the last. I promise. At first, though, I thought it was gonna spray money out of his face. And then I was like, well, that sucks. And that doesn't seem like it sucked getting money sprayed at your face. Actually, it probably would, because the bank would probably blame you. They'd be like, sir, did you just hack our ATM and cause it to spray money out in an effort to steal? I'm like, no, I'm not smart enough to do that. It messed up on its own. And then they'd probably still arrest you anyway. You'd get in massive amounts of trouble and be like, this is your fault, not mine. Just the poor person who's standing right behind this dude who's like, why? It's like 10 a.m. Why are you like this? I just want to get a few bucks to get myself a coffee, and you're like this. Goddamn. Pizza slid out of the box. Heartbreaking. If there's any consolation here, it looks like there's a bit of the pizza that's been eaten, so maybe it's leftover, so maybe this person already got to enjoy a good amount. It's a big pizza. You got to enjoy a good amount of pizza. That's probably near, I don't know, like 800 calories of pizza right there. Not bad, not bad. And it's just you're not going to be able to enjoy the remainder of it, which sucks. It is kind of protected from the floor, though, so you might just be able to sweep it up. But also, it is a Subway, so any possibility of contact, I'm like, If I could list top 5 places that I never want to lick ever, floor of a Subway. That's got to be one of them. You know how many people have peed right there in that corner before? It could be a lot of different samples of pee. Possibly even a bit of number 2 thrown in there. You never know. It just doesn't look like a comfortable... I don't know how you didn't wake up right there. Like, that's the point where you're nodding off, you go, and then you wake yourself up. You full on embraced it. You went, huh? And that was that. You're conked out. Losing a 2-kilometer race by 2 centimeters. Damn. And it's the same amount in hundredths of a second as well. That's crazy. I think it was just yesterday that I guess, what was it? It's like the Canadian and German bobsled teams, after 4 separate runs on the track, they take a cumulative score, and they got the exact score to the hundredths, and they tied because it's multiple races. So you can't do a photo finish if it's multiple races, because all they look at is the time, and they got the same time after 4 races. How do you do that? A medal tie. That's wild. But yeah, it comes down to just that final little teeny little bit. The Olympics for you. You take me back right now. He's so sad we have to leave the beach. I don't know. See, again, this is one of those times where we're trying to personify what an animal looks like into human emotions. And I don't know, maybe the dog's just tired. Maybe the dog got its fill. It's like, oh my God, that was a day at the beach. I am so tired. It's gotten past the hot and panting point though, and now it's just like, yeah, sleep. I'm ready. I'm ready to definitely sleep. You ever seen a little kid after a hard day at the beach? They're just conked out in the car. Maybe this dog is feeling about like, that was a good day. Good morning. Bad morning. I don't know if there was an earthquake or if someone just didn't know how to mount shelves. Although I don't know how you'd wake up to that and not be woken up by it in the middle of the night when it happened. And things, let's be honest, things like that always happen in the middle of the night. And why is that? Is there a scientific explanation for why weird things like this, the loud crashing noise, always in the middle of the night? It's never just during the day you would have a thing crash or while you're looking at it. It's always when you're sleeping and you're like, Jesus Christ, what the hell happened? Or if you're like me, for some reason this is inexplicable, I swear to God, I wake up like 10 seconds before I hear a loud crash or something like that, and it's goddamn bizarre. I don't know why it is, and I'm not trying to be like, look at me, I'm all supernatural or be able to predict things. I don't know why. I went off on a big tangent. That's a bummer. The shelves fell off. Probably mount them better. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. That was Well That Sucks. Make sure to like if you like. Check the playlist in the description if you want to catch more Reddit videos. Subscribe if you're not already. And if you want to listen to music in the background, it's linked in the outro over on Mere Music. I'll see you next time.
With you by my side.